您现在收看的是华视教育文化频道，接下来要播出的是商用英语会话上。
Hi students, welcome back to our program Conversational English for Business 商用英语会话。我是你们的老师徐丽怡 Lisa。
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm so glad you can be with us for today's lesson.
Yeah, in our last lesson, we learned how to make a request, ways to respond to those requests, or ways to refuse them.
We also took a look at the profession of a secretary. Being a secretary requires English as well as good business skills.
Well, in today's society, these are two sought-after skills, right? 这个目前呢有 with a good English ability， 还有 good knowledge about business is really helping you. It creates more opportunities or even chance for promotion. 所以今天我们学的这些英文的课程里头，还有一些不单是英文的学习，还有一些如果同学有一些商业的知识，都可以在你的未来的工作上做加分哈。Okay, what are we going to learn today?
Today, we're going to focus on the job, a profession of being the negotiator.
Negotiator 就是谈判者、协调者啊。Well, we have a lot to cover, but let's move on to today's chapter focus.
To learn how to ask for agreement.
今天第一个学习重点是怎么样来取得一致的协调哈，取得大家都同意哈，我们要学习这个。
To learn how to agree and disagree.
当然，第二个单元我们要学习说你怎么样表达你的意见，你同意或者是你不同意。Okay, Robin, I have a question. What does a negotiator do? Can you give us some highlight about this?
A negotiator is the key person who will handle a formal discussion, and he will allow everyone to give their opinion and come to agreement.
Okay, negotiate 到底做什么事呢？他说，通常是在比较正式的一个讨论中，这个人呢会让大家都来表达意见，最后让大家可以取得一致的共识，能够同意或是解决某些事情，这个叫做 negotiator。Okay, 谈判者、协调者。咨商协调者 ，Okay? Do you have any example for our students?
Negotiators for both sides agreed to meet again next week.
Okay. Negotiate for both sides 就是两方的协调者都同意meet again next week 下周再见面。I have one other question, one other example. We need a skillful negotiator to settle this deal. 我们需要有一个比较有经验的协调者来做成生意哈。To set this deal 就是做生意。Okay, right now we are moving on to our first conversation. In this conversation, we'll see three colleagues. They are discussing a decision and about the new project. Okay, let's move on to conversation 1.
We'd better come to a decision today, don't you think?
Well, I'd love to, but don't you think we need more input on this project before we come to a final decision?
This is a fascinating idea, isn't it? What do you think?
I agree, but I'd like to see some minor changes made. Don't you agree that this plan is too risky as it is?
That's exactly what I think. Before we come to a final decision, maybe we should consult some experts in the field.
I'm with you on that.
Would you go along with Mr. Brown's opinion on this, since he is considered to be an expert in the field?
I'm not so sure. Mr. Brown has been working in another field recently. He has not been working in this specialty for a couple of years and may not be up to date on the latest developments.
I couldn't agree more. Maybe I could suggest Johnny Wong. He's on the cutting edge of this field. We can arrange a meeting with him to discuss this project.
Fine with me.
I can accept that. Then we're all in agreement with consulting Johnny before we make a final decision?
I agree.
This can't be put off any longer. Let me ring him right now.
Well, Robin, wow, watching this skit just reminds me so much of our taping time at the studio. And we really had a good time, right?
Yes, we did. We did.
You know, but Robin, I also come to realize that I can't do this program without your help, you know.
Come to.
Okay, come to. Give us a more explanation on this.
Come to. This is a phrase that means you reach a particular point or level. Come to.
OK， 刚刚老师说的 come to 哈，就是来到一个地步，了解到一件事情。所以刚刚老师说看了这些短句，就了解到 come to realize。如果没有这些朋友的帮忙 ，I can't do this program. Okay, I can't do. I just come to realize that fact. 啊，这样子的事实。Okay, we have more example for our students.
I've come to the point that I have no way out but surrender.
Okay, 老师说I come to a point. 我到了一个地步 that I have no way out. 我一点都没有出路。But surrender. 除了投降，我没有别的出路。
I like this example. This idea came to him while walking.
Okay, 他这个 idea came to him while he was walking. 他在走路的时候 while walking 这个 idea 就进来了哈。Well, many of my friends include. Well, by the way, I want to talk about that. I've come to realize that without you guys' help, without those friends come to the studio to do those filming skits, and you co-teaching with this program, well, I just can't wait. I just can't do this, and I appreciate you give me so much input to do this program. I want to thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. But let's also talk about another word you just used, input.
Okay,
input.
What does that mean?
Input is when you get help. The help can be ideas. It can be any information, help in the process, input, when people give you other help.
OK， 这个 input 用的很特别哈，同学一般知道的 input 好像是电脑程式里头的这个用法，但是在这个社交言语当中的 input 就是指 idea， 就是你的建议，你给我的 idea 哈，你给我的一些意见这个叫 input。OK， 老师说很谢谢他们给我 input。
Here's an example. We need more input from the marketing department before we decide on the solution to this problem.
Okay, we need more input. Okay, from the marketing department. 我们需要从 marketing department 这个市场部门得到更多的 information 更多的资讯，更多的建议意见 before we decide on a solution to this problem. 能够解决这个问题的方案我们需要更多的知道。
Here's another example. The surveys will give us good input for developing our plan.
OK， 这样子的问卷 survey 会给我们 good input for developing our plan. OK, we'll be right back after this break. Okay, in our next skit, you'll see a customer who wants to buy a classic car, a classic car. And he's talking with the car salesman and trying to find out what is the rock bottom price will be. So these are two keywords we want to take a closer look, classy and rock bottom price.
Classy is attractive or fashionable, of excellent quality.
OK，classy 的意思就是比较高级的、时髦的哈。这个是classy 的意思。OK，we have a few examples.
Wow, this is a classy hotel.
哇，这是一个很 classy 的 hotel， 很高级的 hotel。OK，high class, classy 啊。
And this is a really classy motor.
Oh, that is a really classy motor. Okay, motor 就是车子的意思哈。Classy. Okay, so you can have a classy car, classy motor, classy hotel. What about rock bottom price?
The rock bottom price is the very lowest.
Okay.
If you dig through all the dirt, you finally hit rock. So they call it the rock bottom price.
OK， 他说 rock bottom 呢 ，rock 是石头哈，如果你挖那个地上的东西，挖到最底的时候就是石头，所以这个字就是石头 bottom price，rock bottom price. That means that you come to the lowest price， 最低的价钱。
I have quoted you a rock bottom price.
Okay, well, I have quoted you. 我已经报价给你一个 rock bottom price.
I don't think I can give you any more discount. This is our rock bottom price.
Okay, I think I can give you any more discount. 我没办法给你更低的折扣了，任何的折扣。This is our rock bottom price. 这是我们最低的价钱。Okay, well, it's a good time that we watch our conversation too.
This is a classy car, isn't it?
I think so too, but you're asking a classy price as well.
Well, if you're really interested, there is room for negotiation.
What's your rock bottom price?
The price I'm giving you is already a special deal, but we can add some accessories.
Such as?
Fog lights, a name brand music system with surround sound or airbags.
I'm not so sure that I need all of these extra features. I would rather have a lower price.
I'm afraid this decision is out of my hands. I need to talk with my manager before I can give you an answer on that.
Can you find out the answer now?
Would you mind waiting here, and I'll be right back with you?
Sure, fine with me.
Here's what I can do. Without adding any accessories, just standard equipment, we'll give you 5% more off this special price.
Well, I'll consider your offer. I'm afraid I still can't make a decision today. I'll get back to you.
Here's my name card. Please feel free to call me when you've come to a decision.
Thanks for your time. I'll be in touch.
Well, in the business world, people make a negotiation, 谈判 all the time. Well, you're not only negotiating the price, but also many times you're negotiating some other things. Well, for example, you may need to find out you work as a team project. You need to talk to those teammate to come to an agreement. So at this time, you negotiate things with your teammates. So it's not always deal with the price, right?
Sometimes you need to negotiate with your customers over the service they need or prices they want. Or your business partners, you'll need to negotiate.
Okay, Robin 老师说到，you negotiate 的对象有可能是 customer， 你可以谈到 negotiate 的事情可能是服务哈，你要谈判的事情是跟价格、服务等等有关。Well, Robin, what are the key things that our students need to pay attention to when we are involved in negotiation?
Several things. We'll take them one at a time. Your attitude really matters. You should stay friendly and respectful. It's important before you start negotiations that you know your information well. That's the first thing.
Okay, first thing is 你需要态度很好。Okay, friendly, your good attitude. You know your information well. 你要谈判之前，你最好对你自己要谈的东西很清楚啊。当然，还有一个态度也很重要。Any more?
Yes. The next thing, I think it's very important to be a good listener and be flexible to adapt to the other's ideas. We say give and take. Don't just always want your own way.
OK，Robin 老师说的还有一个就是一个好的谈判者，他应该是一个好的 listener，OK，很好的听众，而且可以flexible 哈，你对你自己的东西不是一定都是要别人照你的意思做，这样子的协调者可能不容易成功哈。你要可以听人家的意见，然后也可以退让这样子，不是只有 give and take 是互相的哈。
Okay, it also shows that you're listening and you're cooperative if you will acknowledge the other people's ideas and their opinions.
当你能够认真听的时候，那么你就可以把别人的意见比较很完整的来说出别人的意见，这个也是一个很好的就是让人感到受尊重的了哈。
Okay, in the business world, there are several steps, phases, we call them, in negotiations. There are 4 main phases we're going to look at today.
OK， 待会 Robin 老师要跟我们讲到商场上就是比较平常在协调谈判当中有4个步骤，这4个步骤有一些好的东西，老师要你知道。我们来看第一个步骤。
Okay, the first phase is called the preparation phase. You need to work out what it is you want and what your priorities are first.
OK， 第一个就是准备的阶段，在这个准备的阶段，你应该知道你要什么，还有你的 priority 是什么，你的首先的要务是什么，在这个谈判当中，什么是你最先要达到同意的哈，这是 preparation phase。
Okay, the second phase we call the debating phase. This is when you will hear what the other side wants. Don't say what your final conditions are yet. You'll wait. But you'll use open questions and you'll listen to the other side in the debating phase.
第二个步骤就是叫做辩论的阶段，这个时候对方会有机会说出他想要什么，但是一个 good negotiator， 你不马上说出你最后的你最后的这个筹码哈，你应该用一些问句哈，问open question 就是比如 WH question 是一个 open question， 问他多一点资料，然后你好好的听他讲，这个部分是 debating phase。What about third phase?
The third one is called the proposal phase. This is when you present some of the things you're willing to give up, some of the things you could trade, some concessions you're prepared to make. And you need to be patient and listen to the other side's proposal also.
OK， 这个第3个阶段就是提议的阶段了哈。我提出我们可以达成的交易是什么哈？这个部分就是你就是要很 patient 啦，也要很耐心，然后听对方也有他们的他们提议的事情这是第3个阶段。What about the last phase?
Finally, the 4th phase is to bargain. It's called the bargaining phase. This is when you will state exactly what you actually plan to do, what your real trade will be. And remember to write this part down. This is your agreement.
OK， 那最后的阶段就是 bargaining， 就是议价哈，议价的阶段。这个部分呢，可能就是最后达成的协议。老师说不要忘记要写 agreement， 写一些合约书、同意书，这是你整个 negotiation 到最后的结果。And I also want to suggest that you don't forget to sign your name. But before you sign your name, read the agreement carefully. 有时候这些合约书是很关键的哈，在你达成协议之前，好好的读完再签名。All right, that's a good phrases we should learn. We should know. But right now we have a lot more keywords and phrases for you to learn. Let's move on. Keywords and phrases.
Fascinating.
Making you very interested.
This is a fascinating story. Thanks for sharing it with me.
这故事真吸引人，谢谢你的分享。
Risky.
Involving the possibility of danger, harm, or failure.
I wouldn't do it if I were you. It's too risky.
如果我是你，我就不会做了，这太冒险了。
Consult.
To ask for information or advice from someone who has special knowledge about a particular subject.
It is necessary to consult your doctor before the surgery.
动手术之前需要向你的医生咨商询问。
Specialty.
Area of expertise.
Her specialty is managing a team.
他的专业是管理一个团队。
Cutting edge.
The most modern and advanced point in the development of something.
This model is at the cutting edge of cellular phone design.
这个型号是手机最先进的设计。
Accessories.
Additional objects, equipment, decoration, etc. that make something more useful or attractive.
Accessories for this model include a compact disc player, airbags, and a sunroof.
这个型号的配件包括多功能的碟片机、播放机、气囊和天窗。Okay, right now we're going to repeat those keywords with my Chinese translation. Okay, here we go.
Fascinating.
吸引人的，
It was fascinating to watch the glass being made.
看见玻璃的制作过程实在是真吸引人。
Risky.
有风险的，
It would be risky to invest all your money in one single project.
将你所有的钱投注在一个案子上，实在是有一点风险的。
Consult.
咨商，
We will be consulting with many experts before we make our decision.
我们做决定之前，应该要咨商更多的专家。
Specialty.
专业特长，
The company's specialty is the manufacture of high-performance cars.
这个公司的专长是出产高品质的车子，
Cutting edge.
最先进的。
Our products are reasonably priced and at the cutting edge of the telecommunications market.
在电信市场，我们的产品是价格公道，并且是最先进的。
Accessories.
配件，
She wore a green wool suit with matching accessories.
她穿绿色的毛衣，而且搭配一些很适合的配件。What can we say when we can't meet the customer's requirement?
When you can't, that's a good question. In the last skit, we saw Roger face the same problem. The customer wanted more discount, and Roger said, "It's out of my hands."
Out of my hand. What does that mean, out of my hand?
If it's out of your hands, it means it's no longer in my control.
Okay, out of my hand 就是我没办法掌控这个状况。It's beyond my responsibility or beyond what I can do， 远超过我能做的了哈，没办法了，没办法控制。
Here's an example. I'm afraid this is out of my hands. Let me find the manager to help you.
OK， 这是非常好的表达方式，就是说 I'm afraid this is out of my hand, and let me find 比较高阶层的 my manager to help you.
I can't help you. The matter's out of my hands.
这是另外一个例子 I can help you. This matter is out of my hand. 我没办法帮你。OK。
Now, in our skit, we saw the customer was not sure. And whenever you think the offer is not good enough, you can walk away and you can say, "I'll be in touch with you."
Or you can say or you can say I'll get in touch with you too. I get in touch with you. 就我再跟你联络。如果你最后不喜欢的话，你就说 I get in touch with you. All right, I think it's a time. Let's move on to our similar expression. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Asking for agreement. We'd better finish this today, don't you agree? Don't you agree that this plan is too risky?
OK， 这两句就是问到别人agreement， 要请人家的是否同意。We better 最好啊，这个就是要请人家同意了哈，或者是 Don't you agree？ 你是不是同意今天这个计划是 too risky？OK，next one。
Do we have a deal? This is a fascinating idea, don't you think?
Do we have a deal? OK， 我们是不是有一个共识？这个情况是不是有共识了？或者是这个 idea 很 fascinating, don't you think? 你是不是觉得是同意的？哈，你问人家。
Ted is an outstanding salesman, isn't he? Are you in agreement with us?
OK， 这两句也是请人家asking for agreement 的很好的，就是 isn't he 这种 tag question 的用法。还有就是 Are you in agreement with us？ 你是否跟我们一致的同意这件事？
Would you go along with a minor change in this proposal?
OK，Would you go along with the minor change？ 跟我是不是在这个计划案我们可以做一些的改变，小的改变，你会同意吗？
Agreeing. I agree. I think so too. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I think. I'm with you on that. It's a deal. Fine with me. Right on. That's for sure.
OK， 刚刚 Robin 老师所念的这些，就是你同意的时候用这些。What about disagreeing?
I don't agree. I can't go along with you on that. No way. I disagree. I don't think so. I'm not so sure. I can't agree to that. No deal. I can't accept that. I'm not sold on this idea.
OK， 这些就是不同意的时候说的。OK，right now we're going to move on and to replay our conversations for you. OK, here we go.
We'd better come to a decision today, don't you think?
Well, I'd love to, but don't you think we need more input on this project before we come to a final decision?
This is a fascinating idea, isn't it? What do you think?
I agree, but I'd like to see some minor changes made. Don't you agree that this plan is too risky as it is?
That's exactly what I think. Before we come to a final decision, maybe we should consult some experts in the field.
I'm with you on that.
Would you go along with Mr. Brown's opinion on this, since he is considered to be an expert in the field?
I'm not so sure. Mr. Brown has been working in another field recently. He has not been working in this specialty for a couple of years and may not be up to date on the latest developments.
I couldn't agree more. Maybe I could suggest Johnny Wong. He's on the cutting edge of this field. We can arrange a meeting with him to discuss this project.
Fine with me.
I can accept that. Then we're all in agreement with consulting Johnny before we make a final decision?
I agree.
This can't be put off any longer. Let me ring him right now. This is a classy car, isn't it?
I think so too, but you're asking a classy price as well.
Well, if you're really interested, there is room for negotiation.
What's your rock bottom price?
The price I'm giving you is already a special deal. But we can add some accessories.
Such as?
Fog lights, a name brand music system with surround sound or airbags.
I'm not so sure that I need all of these extra features. I would rather have a lower price.
I'm afraid this decision is out of my hands. I need to talk with my manager before I can give you an answer on that.
Can you find out the answer now?
Would you mind waiting here, and I'll be right back with you?
Sure, fine with me.
Here's what I can do. Without adding any accessories, just standard equipment, we'll give you 5% more off this special price.
Well, I'll consider your offer. I'm afraid I still can't make a decision today. I'll get back to you.
Here's my name card. Please feel free to call me when you've come to a decision.
Thanks for your time. I'll be in touch.
Okay, students, we're out of time, and I hope you enjoy learning English with us. Okay, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.